Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for the month of May. And right off the bat I want to say congratulations, because you deserve it for the month of May. I will explain in due time why. I pre-shuffled your cards and I laid them out in one row here. If you're a Capricorn, or if you're a cross-watcher for Capricorn, please try to understand that the cards are not gender specific. This may be Capricorn, or you may be this for Capricorn. Please try to use your imagination as to understand who is which in this situation. Apply it for your particular case. Also try to take my words as metaphors and really see an equivalent in your in your life. So we have the Two of Pentacles opening the reading, the Page of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 13 the Death card, 3 of Cups in reversed for the Emperor, and 5 of Swords here in reverse. So Capricorn, congratulations again for the immense evolution that you're going through the month of May, because I feel you are tested. Now you have Pluto and Saturn going through your sign, and I'm thinking that also Mars will be entering was in Capricorn and will retrograde later on this summer back into your sign. So you will have like 3 planets going retro in your sign, which means transformation, and usually transformation comes through death. Center stage here, I think you're gonna get this idea that with the 10 of Swords you have death in the minor arcana, 13 the Death card is death in major arcana. So what comes after death? More death. These cards coming together only allude to the fact that you are going through powerful transformations in your psyche, in your emotional realm. You're restructuring yourself powerfully so. Pluto is a planet that goes very slow in the sky, and it brings about transformation through death. Saturn, your ruling planet, Kronos, the god of time, he's gonna do a number on your personality. It's like we're changing the architecture, so we're gonna throw everything away that's not serving us, then put in solid building blocks. It's just, this is what Saturn in Capricorn, this transit is all about. Just out with the old, and we're gonna put down the new foundation. And what I'm seeing here with you, with the 10 of Swords, is that clearly in the past you have been acting in a certain way. You've gotten your authority from certain things. So acting in a certain way, having an authority from something in particular. But this may be, also coming from that ego space that is less than ideal. I don't think we as humans know how to use our ego for our own good up until now, but we are working on it. So the old ways in which you have acted need to go here, okay? They need to go. So there's this expression of die before you die, and here we have both these cards coming up. So you die before you die, and you die before you literally die at the end of your life. This is very good. It's like the death of the ego. Maybe you have acted in certain ways that made other people want to backstab you, hit you with your words, cut you down to size with their arguments. And you see this king here, he looks like the King of Swords in this deck. So maybe you have been acting way too righteous. You also have a sword here, so I'm thinking that if you are being backstabbed, it's because you two were doing less than ideal things towards other people. Now, after this death of your character, of your old ways, here comes the real vibration of death. It's like death came before death actually arrived here. So if you look closely in the death card, you have a lot of skulls here. A lot of skulls, and there is this cauldron here just brewing. So what I'm thinking is that the old relationships, old way that you relate to people, here comes an ending to all of those. The old way needs to go, and if you take this as a chance for you, an opportunity for you to restructure, rebuild, redo, revise, better yourself, I think you can welcome this energy with open arms. Okay, here in the death card, you can clearly see that there are zombies rising from the ground, and someone also lost their face. This faceless king is lying dead face down. So a lot of people in your life, and you too, will lose their face, will lose their masks, will lose their positions. Here, with this general theme of death, I'm thinking you and other people are understanding through your transformation that there's no hierarchy in the world. We're all equals. No other person has the right to weigh authority, their authority upon another. Okay, we're autonomous beings. So in the general idea of how life is going, I think we're gonna move more and more towards this energy as a collective, where we need to kill those old ways of thinking, of acting, hierarchy, authority. We all need to be free. I'm not alluding to anarchy, because that is not applicable for long-term life, but we need to free ourselves from the old, because there are more beautiful things in which we can be, and more beautiful things to experience. Okay, you thought you've seen so much in this lifetime, but I think it's just now beginning, because you're giving up the old. You're gonna welcome in the new. Not so much this month, but this month you're just being reborn here. Now, so we have 10 of Swords and 13, the Death card. 10s usually allude to finishing up of a cycle, and you're gonna be finished with manifesting authority, I think, in this less than ideal way, being the judge of others. Maybe you will start judging less, and if you judge less, that means more energy for you. You don't spend your time or your energy or your nerves on thinking what other people should or shouldn't. I think you're gonna be very much focused on yourself. When death comes, when change comes, when this powerful transformation on so many levels comes, you need to be focused on yourself. And this is a great philosophy to have throughout life. Just be focused on yourself. Don't mind what other people do, because they are on their own path. So you don't need I'm sorry. You don't need to be truly concerned about what other people are doing, what they're manifesting. They're learning their own lessons from their own situations. But now it's time for you to willingly give up things. A word of advice: if you don't welcome in this energy, you will think that the universe is against you. Why is it tearing you apart? Why is it doing this to your personality and so on? I would advise you to embrace it. Like, actually put down on a piece of paper those things that you want to change, because for the next 2 years Saturn is gonna help you do that, and Pluto is helping you do that for like 10 years so far, and it will be here for another 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. So you have all the time in the world to structure yourself. Think about how is it that you want to be at the end of these cycles. I want to be like so. This is the person that I've always imagined myself to be. This is how I feel it is right for me to be. So delve deep in that self-analysis, because you deserve it. There will be beautiful things coming out of it. So this is the central general idea about you, Capricorn, and it's beautiful. Do not fear it. Also, as a small note, when the Death card comes up and the Ten of Swords or things of the swords, it doesn't really mean that someone will physically die or pass away or things of the sorts. It's not the case. It's really not the case. So calm down if you're watching and you're being scared by 2 cards here. No, you need to, like trees, no, they don't die, but trees, for example, they go in hibernation during the winter time and then in spring they shoot new leaves and branches and flowers and things of the sorts. But you need to have some sort of a death first of all, so the tree can rebuild itself. Then it will grow beautiful and bigger next year. Okay, so don't fear these 2 cards. Now let's take it from the left side. You have another person here showing up in your reading. The Page of Wands. Do we need to talk about this person, this naive youngling over here? I think you need to understand they're showing up here for you to understand how other people perceive you now, because after you go through this transformation, you will be tested. And you will be tested with what? With things from the old, with patterns, with repetition. Just the universe needs to see if you actually integrated these lessons. So you can be a beautiful caterpillar after your transformation, but it doesn't mean that other people they're gonna refer to you in the same old way that they have seen you for years, in this old way. This Ten of Swords energy alludes to a bit to how other people saw you in the past, which now is going away, but they don't know. Okay, they think you're the same person from 10 years ago. Now let me identify this Page of Wands. Now the Page of Wands is, it doesn't matter their age, it could be a younger person indeed, but the pages usually talk about people that are younger, more naive in their actions, in the way that they act. So you may be dealing with someone that is of a younger age than you, or you may be dealing with someone who's older than you and acting like a child. Okay, the Page of Wands is a bit of a charmer. He is very well dressed, he is very confident in himself. It's like a person having that it's like they have a rhythm to their step. Okay, and pages are the ones that run around and take messages. They deliver messages. Here you have a page that's dealing with wands, so it's like a fire child. Okay, a very talkative fire child. um, and they're sort of listening. You will receive messages from this person, and when you talk to them, they're very eager to talk and express certain things. And here in this card, it's like your Page of Wands, this fire child, is sitting for a moment to listen to the divine. Before he reaches you, he's gonna look for, I don't know, signs or things of the sorts. Maybe checking out if you're actually home here with the Ten of Pentacles. It may be an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. They're passionate people. Their fire is burning bright. It's like I'm seeing a young stud here, or there's that expression, young buck. Yeah. As I said, other people are on their own path doing their own thing, because what I'm thinking is that they will do something, not intentionally, but it will insult you in some way. It will insult you in some way, because before the Page of Wands comes the Two of Pentacles. Now this is an energy where you're trying to juggle two situations, two people. You're trying to maintain balance. You're not clearly seeing where you're going, and you may easily just fall to your face, like the Ten of Swords here with that dead king. Well, you're trying to juggle those two pentacles. The pentacles make like this infinity symbol, the 8 turned horizontally. So this infinity symbol, okay, will do a number on this person's heart. It's yeah, that's the point of intersection for the two, for the sign, where the lines meet. And they're gonna meet right in this person's heart. So what I'm thinking with the Page of the Page of Wands is that he may be involved with someone or another project, or please try to apply this to your particular situation. I'm gonna talk about the love side of things. He may be juggling one person, but he is so full of himself. His ego is so inflated that he wants you also. And just by doing this thing, having two people at the same time, you're doing a great disrespect towards the two people and towards yourself. But you see them here as being a bit trigger happy. That's a fire element characteristic. They're very quick to jump the trigger, it's like, yeah, it needs to be done now. Or they can do things just on the smallest instinct possible. They may be this person may be, I don't know, in a long lasting relationship, and they just they see you and they're gonna come near you, try to flirt with you, try to put you in this Two of Pentacles situations, like let me juggle these two people, the Capricorn and the one that I'm involved with. I'm not seeing the person that the Page of Wands is involved with. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that he is trying to serve this situation towards you, okay? Another thing here with the Two Pentacles and the stick from the Page of Wands, this person may be very sexually charged and frivolous with their offerings. They may try to offer you less than ideal things. Maybe you don't want it, but they're still gonna try, because they have known you in this way, in the king that is dying in the Ten of Swords situation. So maybe in the past you would have easily, clearly gotten yourself involved, not even thinking about it, accepting whatever offer. So this is why this person is coming in your environment now, they're around you just so you can test yourself to see if you're gonna keep doing the old patterns, keep doing the old thing, replay the same story over and over and over again. Now, after the Page of Cups, you have the Ten of Pentacles here. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles has a stick. If you look closely in the Ten of Wands, this person in the Ten of Pentacles, I'm sorry, this person here also has a stick, but they're on the other side of the fence. So our little Page of Wands here is caught between his pentacles. So not only does this person like you, but he is also drawn to your Ten of Pentacles situations. I don't know one Capricorn that coming into adulthood didn't manage to make a good life for themselves. Ten of Pentacles is financial fulfillment, prosperity, yes, having enough to go around in your current life situation. You may be experiencing the Ten of Pentacles, for example, when you're meeting up with your family at a family gathering, like you have 3 generations of people gathered around the table, everyone is jolly, everything is good here with the Ten of Pentacles. You're complete, everyone is complete in the Ten of Pentacles. And it also alludes to the 10 alludes to finishing up of a cycle. So what comes after finishing up for you this month is like ending this type of situation. Maybe it has taken a toll on you to actually manifest so much prosperity, because we know Capricorns are workaholics. You are. It's no way to go around it. You are a workaholic. So it doesn't surprise me to see that you have built your kingdom up, but there's something about your kingdom that needs to change now, because our old king here is dying. So here comes death over all of this. It's like not only is the king dying, but also the subjects and the old ways, and the castle is being torn apart and things of the sorts. Okay, so we need to rebuild this kingdom from the ground up. You may have expressed authority upon others in the past because you were the one that was building this Ten of Pentacles for everyone, building prosperity. Yeah, and you couldn't have been either than like this King of Swords is dying here, because you need to be sharp, well calculated, very fixed with your finances if you want to have a Ten of Pentacles. Okay, some people have a Ten of Pentacles or they generate a Ten of Pentacles from coming together with another person, but Capricorn is a cardinal sign and he usually goes alone wherever he goes. He's a path opener, he's a great leader, and you're usually alone in your endeavor because not many people actually see or get the thing that you want to do. And our little Page of Wands here is looking like at your beautiful kingdom, your beautiful inner garden, because you have a lot of prosperity here. It's like if you look closely in the card, you have like a lot of money bags there. And this person that is manifesting this Ten of Pentacles also has like this sun symbol here. Now the sun symbol here talks about you being in the center of your world. This king here was the center of his kingdom, and he ruled it and made it prosperous and so on and so forth. But now what I'm thinking is you giving up the old means that you maybe willingly let go of certain possessions that you have. If you have a car that was always you always experienced technical difficulties with it, I think you're gonna let that go, It's like you're downsizing in a way. You don't need a crown on your head here and a big sumptuous castle just for you to rule. You're a natural born ruler, okay? You don't need the crown on your head because you already have horns. Why does Capricorn have horns when the mountain goat sits way on top? It's kind of a lonely creature. Why? For dramatic effect. It's like an outer symbol of his inner power, okay? It's there to remind you that Capricorn is the original king of the zodiac. We all think as Leo as being the king. Yes, for now he is because he's represented by the sun. But the original king was always Capricorn. So, coming back to this Page of Wands, we can see here on the left that he has 2 coins and he's looking over to your Ten of Pentacles. So he doesn't have much. It's like these are my 2 cents to throw in, but it wouldn't make a difference. It's like he cannot contribute that much to your current situation. Think about this. If you have a glass of water, it's a glass of water, okay? And if you put 2 more drops of water in it, will it make such a difference, really? So this person knows they are acting infantile in a way. They cannot contribute to your life. Capricorn has this thing that this expression. Every zodiac sign has an expression. For example, Taurus has the expression I have. Capricorn has the expression I use. So if this person is not able to contribute to your Ten of Pentacles situation, you know, the drop in the ocean, which will make no difference, they kind of know intuitively that they cannot contribute to your life. They're sort of useless in a way. And if something doesn't contribute to your life, most of the time it's gonna be bad for your current situation, okay? So the naive fire child over here is gonna try to sell ice to Eskimos. Yeah, he's gonna try and relate to you in the old ways that he has in the past. So he's coming back and he would very much like to disrespect you by putting you in a less than ideal situation. It's like he's so young and naive and inexperienced that he wants to have the person that he's involved with and also you. But you here you're going through a powerful transformation. It's like you going from a Sith Lord with the cloak here and the swords. You're going from a Sith Lord, it's a Star Wars reference, I'm sorry, to this beautiful Emperor Shaman here. So this is a lot of disrespect. This has no meaning in your life other than to test you, to see how you will react, to see for yourself how evolved you are. Have you evolved? If not, in April, now in the month of May, or in the months to come, you have all the time in the world to evolve and get tested on every aspect of your situation. Don't think that death comes alone. Here, it's like you're giving up some certain prosperity, abundance aspects of your life. Other people may perceive them as being assets, but for you, you're gonna draw a line and see what material things are actually more of a cost than an asset. Then you have to give up the old ways where you may manifest authority over others just to rule this Ten of Pentacles. You don't need to be so cutting with your words. You don't need to be such a judge. You need to laugh from time to time. Capricorns have a very dark humor. This is what I noticed from the majority of Capricorns that I know. But they can crack up a joke and lighten the situation. They can lighten dark situations just with their beautiful humor. So the old ways in which you have acted that made others fight you back, stab you in your back with their words and their arguments. So this is the ultimate death coming upon the king and the kingdom. This is death swooping in and killing everything mostly. This is major endings here. You could leave me a comment telling me what is ending for you in the month of May. I would be very much curious to see. Now, our little Page of Wands may have come with beautiful messages towards your kingdom, but when he arrives, it's like he sees... It's beautiful. Your kingdom is beautiful from afar, but then he enters and finds the king is dead, and there's death running around through all the corridors, etc. And what's happening in this beautiful kingdom with the luscious gardens is it's all dead, and I think it's on fire. I mean, there's a cauldron here with a lot of skulls just burning. The Page of Wands may get scared while he's actually assessing the situation. When he thought he was gonna meet this king and the Ten of Swords, but he came to your kingdom and found death and transformation. So he may be a bit scared by the fact that you do not accept his offer in the way that he is presenting it to you. I don't think he thought that it was needed for him also to take you into account and analyze you in a way. This is a naive and inexperienced person. But here, our darling Capricorn has evolved from all this death. It's like out in the garden, somewhere in the distance, you have the Emperor card. And this is you, Capricorn. It usually talks about Aries, but this is you. This is the original shaman. This is a ruler that doesn't need much to rule. This is a natural ruler. He lives by the laws of nature. You can see this fire burning here in the past. It's like the old kingdom and his old body is back there with death, taking care of things, finishing up the cleaning part of the past. So the fire is burning bright here in the background, but he rests self-assured on his throne here, on this tree-like throne. He doesn't have clothes on him. He is very open. He is muscular. He is living in accordance with the law of natures. He's living in accordance to his natural way of being. This is a beautiful rebirth here, and you can see that he has no crown on his head. The Emperor doesn't need a crown on his head because he has the horns. You, Capricorn, have your horns just to remember, just to show other people that you are the original king of the Zodiac. You're a natural born ruler, and now you found yourself. Okay, the old ways in which you have been acting can no longer be. This is a more natural form for you to be in. And when you come to this, when you finally come to this, you won't resonate with the old things. You don't need to express authority by having, a sharp blade, a sword in your hand. Look at this card here. The Emperor holds, it's like an acorn. It's like an acorn scepter here. You cannot kill anyone with an acorn scepter, really. So you're giving up your weapons, you're giving up the old way in which you have judged others or judged yourself, or the old ways in which you have understood life in general. There's no place for fighting anymore, and there's also no need for having a luxurious marble palace in which you will stay lonely because no one can relate to you. The Emperor is out in nature. This is being living in accordance with the natural cycles of life. Because you're a natural born leader, you finally start to see this power. You couldn't have seen this power when you were like so. You couldn't have. And this is a new Capricorn that we're gonna have. This reading may apply to you either in the month of May, or you're gonna feel this changing and death throughout the next 2 years. Now, may forever be so, act so, but it's not of your interest right now. You don't need to waste energy by explaining to this person or teaching them anything. So congratulations to you, Capricorn, for being healed from acting in this feisty, crazy way of waging war, trying to win over others. And congratulations for the fact that you no longer accept in your life these free-party relationships that don't serve anyone. These are not, they're very important, yes, but the main idea here is that from all of this, from this foundation of your kingdom and the old way that you were reacting in, death is coming towards all of this. So the Emperor can be with the bare minimum in his power on his throne in nature. So this is a beautiful thing to have, to see yourself go through. You finally graduated to the next step. Now, what our Emperor will do from now on, we don't know, taking into account that the Emperor has a square mind, but I think you're in a better place that you have been for a long time. Congratulations, Capricorn. Now, we will see each other at the end of May for your June reading. And also, welcome to the channel. Any like, subscribe, and share would definitely help us. We're also going to set up a PayPal account this month or next month if you want to buy us coffee. We're actually gathering resources to buy a new camera because this one needs to go. Yeah. So, goodbye, Capricorn, and take care.